Wondering why that knee has been acting up again recently? Or in the past you've had ACL tears? One of the major reasons, of the multitude of reasons, is weakness in the piriformis muscle and the obturator internus muscle. These muscles are deep to the glutes and they provide stabilization for the pelvis in relation to the femur and the knee. And in this study, which I'll post down below, they've shown using a dynamometer, it's a mouthful to say, isn't it? That if you're not able to produce 20% of your own body weight with the piriformis and the obturator internus muscle, athletes in particular are 7 times more prone to ACL tears. Hi everyone, I'm Rob, anatomy trained structural integrator and movement teacher. And in today's 10-minute pelvis and balancing workout, we're going to do 4 exercises that will help you strengthen the pelvis and in particular that pesky piriformis and obturator internus muscle, so you will not be prone to tearing your ACL and you'll have proper knee stability. So why don't we start with the first position now? We're sitting with our left leg forward, right leg behind. We're in a half swastika position, the Buddhist swastika. And we've done this position before in previous episodes, but I'm going to review it. Before, we've done it with the hands in front. This time, we're going to bring the hands into a prayer position. And I'm going to try to bring my left shoulder towards my left thigh. I'm going to demo this. And I'm using the power of my piriformis and obturator internus to push my leg into the floor as I bring my torso up. So I'm turning my body to the right. I'm pushing off with my thigh, not my shoulder. Okay, so we're going to do 1 minute on this side. I'm going to rotate my body, my upper body to the right. I'm dropping my left shoulder down, touching and pushing off with the outside of my glutes and my left leg. If you're not able to go down that far, don't. Maybe also you need a block and sit on that block because it's just too much for you. You can't touch the knee to the floor. That's okay. Let's start with the breath, too. I didn't even talk about the breath. I'm going to put my phone right here so I can see the time a little bit more closely. So we're inhaling down and then pushing with that outer thigh, coming back up. So the muscles in the pelvis are eccentrically loading, meaning that they're being pulled long and strengthening at the same time. And this is true strength. I think we've got one more. Let's sneak in one more here. And there's the timer. Let's stop. Let's bring the legs in front of us, straighten them, relax here for a second. If you want to slouch a little bit, you can. And feel the difference between the left leg and the right leg. And then we're going to switch to this other side. So I've got the right leg 90-90, left leg 90-90. I'm going to start the timer right now. Hands together, right shoulder towards that right knee. I'm going to push off with the outside of my thigh, not pushing my shoulder into the knee to gain momentum. Rotating the upper body to the left, pushing that right thigh down to activate and lengthen and strengthen at the same time that piriformis and obturator. But not only those muscles, the glutes as well. On top of the hamstrings, on top of the quadratus lumborum, the list goes on till the break of dawn. Inhale down, exhale, come on up. 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 One more. Inhale down, exhale, come on up. There's the timer. Let's come sit, let's rest here. And I invite you to, if you feel that one side was more difficult than the other, to do that side again. So pause the video and get into that other side. Now we're going to move on to the second position. We're on our hands and knees, hands below the shoulders, fingertips separated to help distribute weight throughout your shoulders, knees below the hips, hopefully mine are. And we're going to make sure that our pelvis is in a neutral position. So come into an anterior, posterior tilt, find the middle ground of those two. I'm going to demo this first one. We're going to stabilize with our right leg, not letting our pelvis, the right side of our pelvis, shift to the left and right. I'm going to bring my left leg out, kind of like I'm a male dog taking a piss. Then I bring that left knee towards my left forearm. Touch it if you can. If you can't, no worries. And then bring the leg behind you. And you're going to let that, not only the piriformis and the obturator lengthen, but also the psoas. So we bring the leg out to the side, touch it to the forearm, and then bring it behind you with some flair. We're going to start 1 minute right now. Bring the left knee up, stabilizing with that right thigh, not letting that pelvis shift. Touch the knee to the forearm if you can, and then bring that leg behind you and getting that rotation too. So you can start with the inhale, bringing that left knee to the left, then exhale, bring it behind you. Trying not to let that right thigh shift. Inhale the thigh to the left as high as you can go. Maybe you're not able to come as high as I am. That's okay. Touch that right forearm, and then bring the leg behind you. So we're getting not only the sagittal plane, flexion and extension, we're getting lateral flexion, coronal plane, and we're getting transverse plane. These are all the 3 different planes that we want to work out in. We got 1 more left, I believe. Yeah, there's the timer. Stop there. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to switch sides. Let's stabilize with the left side here. Let's start the 1 minute now. Bring the right thigh out to the side. And then touch that right knee to the left forearm. And then bring it behind and get that rotation. Bring it out to the side. Touch that left forearm. Bring it behind you. Keeping that left hip from shifting. So we really have to activate that piriformis. Sorry, I forgot the side. We really have to activate and stabilize with that piriformis and that obturator, internus. Bringing the right thigh out. This side is way more difficult for me. How about you? And then bringing it behind you. Pushing those hands down. Stabilizing with the lats so your shoulders don't collapse. Looks like we got 1 more. Timer's about to go off there. Right thigh out. Touching that left forearm. And then bringing it behind you. Letting that knee drop. Let's come take a seat. Let's rest here. Feel those glutes. Feel the pelvis. Get in touch with the deep muscles of your pelvis. And then we're going to move on to the 3rd movement. So we're going to come to standing. So let's come on up. 3rd position. Feet are hip width apart. This is not only strengthening the piriformis and the obturator and the pelvis, but also helping to strengthen the big toe and help with better balance so you won't fall. We're going to do essentially what we just did in that position, but we're standing. We're going to bring both arms up. I'm going to bring this left leg out. I'm going to externally rotate this, arms to the right for balance. Then I'm going to bring the knee to my right, arms to the left, and then come behind me, kind of like we're bowling here. So we bring up the leg to the left, as high as you can go. Then it crosses your body, and then back behind for the strike. Let's start. 1 minute. Bring the legs up to the left leg to the left, balancing on the right. Left knee crosses the body. And then bring the left leg behind you for the spare. Bring the leg out to the left, arms to the right. Knee crosses over, and I almost busted. Look at that. And then bring the leg behind for the gutter ball because I fell. Bring the left knee up to the left. Then cross over the right, and then bring the leg behind you. You can bend the knee if you need to. Bring the left knee up to the left as high as you can go. Left knee crosses the right. Arms to the left. Bring the leg behind for the strike. Left knee to the left. Cross over the body. There's the timer. Bring the leg behind you for the strike. Drop that left foot. Let's rest here. Feel the right leg, how it's activated. It had to help you balance there. Now we're switching to the left leg. And we're going to start right now. Bring the right leg out, the knee up. Cross it over the body. This is going to be way more challenging for me because I got a weak left leg here. And then we're going to go for the strike. I'm going really slow because you'll notice that I'm shaking. Arms to the left, right knee out to the right. Right knee crosses over as I bust it. And then for the gutter ball. I'm using my left big toe. I'm bringing this right knee out to the right, crossing it in front of my left leg, and then leg behind. Stabilizing with that left leg. Bringing the right knee out to the right, crossing it over. Bringing the right leg behind you. This is really challenging. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, and look at how quick that timer went. Right knee out to the right, crossing over, bringing it behind you for the strike. Let's rest here. And we're going to finish with the fourth movement. Still standing. Last movement. We're going to do a dynamic side jump, functional movement pattern that adds a rotationary aspect to the pelvis and the knee. I'm going to demo it really quick. I'm going to jump using my right leg. I'm going to jump to my left foot, land here, and this is just the basic movement, kind of like speed skating. But then we're going to add a rotationary movement like this, all right? Let's start right now. We're going to do 2 minutes. So let's jump onto the left foot, and we rotate our body in the same direction we jump to. So if we jump to the right, we rotate to the right, left, left. And that leg that's in the air, it comes behind the body if you can't see that. We're adding the rotationary movement to help the knee and the ankle and the pelvis absorb transverse forces, meaning rotationary forces. When we get to about a minute, we're going to switch the rotation. We're going to still do the same jump. If you fall, you fall. Spring off with that big toe. Okay, now, when I jump to the right, I'm going to rotate my upper body to the left. When I jump to the left, I'm going to rotate my body to the right. This may take a couple jumps to get used to. And can you feel the glutes and those deep muscles, piriformis and obturator, in particular, absorbing and turning on to prevent you from tipping over and falling? I know I can. And really get that rib cage to rotate. Yep. Activating that big toe. We got a few jumps left. Ooh, one more. And there it goes. Come back to the center. Let's find our backs. We're all done, folks. And join us next week for, I'm not sure yet what we're going to do. Christmas isn't yet. You can't open your gifts yet. But feel your pelvis here. And can you let your body just fall into the floor? And especially your whole pelvis. Just let it go. And relax that pelvic floor as well. See you next week.